Hey guys, Breeze here, and today I'm continuing to play Fate Night Rhapsody. If you have seen the previous videos, you'll know where we're at. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this started here. We are making a choice in our first battle to either seize the leaders of the enemy forces or to set traps for an ambush strategy. So there's two ways we could do this here. I went ahead and saved it beforehand. So let's go ahead and seize the leaders of the enemy forces first. Seize the leaders of the enemy forces. Pass the command. Send out the scouts. I need to end this battle quickly with as little bloodshed as possible. Yes, Your Majesty. On the rolling plains of the battlefield, there was only the sound of the whistling wind. It was as though this was the calm before the storm. This is where the boundaries lie. Each time the Anglo-Saxons raid our villages, they must take this path. In the past 3 months, there have been at least 4 villages that have been raided. As King of Britain, my duties include driving out these invaders and protecting the people. The intel from the scouts indicate that the Anglo-Saxons break up into groups of 7 to 10 people. Each group takes its own path towards this common assembly point where they begin their invasion on the villages. Taking into the account at the speeds of advancement of each group, there was one particular group that moves at a slower pace. That group arrives at the assembly group last, and that is when they begin their attacks. It must be that group. Pass down the command. I want all the station knight squadrons to secretly retreat and follow this group. Await my command before initiating the attacks. I don't know if I'm liking this one. With King Arthur's correct decisions and crisp execution of battle plans, the Anglo-Saxons, who have not known Camelot's new king, could not prevent suffering a great loss. The bands of raiders were no match for an organized and well-trained battalion of knights, and were quickly defeated. But for the newly crowned King Arthur, this was just the warm-up exercise. The new King of Britain's first battle against the Anglo-Saxons was a flawless victory. The news quickly spread to all corners of Camelot. The plazas, taverns, and marketplace, everyone knew and celebrated their victory. From the time the blonde-haired youth drew the sword from the stone, minstrels made new songs to sing, and the people celebrated their victory in the plaza. No sooner said than done. Word of King Arthur's first battle was passed along. The tavern bards seized this great opportunity to compose epics on this topic. All the customers were so engrossed in the epic tale that they were immersed in the euphoria of this victory. The turn of the era began, and the glorious golden 10 years had begun. To the great satisfaction of the people, the battle results helped the drafting of the knights. Many youths that admire King Arthur's bravery came forth to participate in the drafting of the country's protectors. If it goes on like this, I'm going to ask for support. I repeat again, I need support! Didn't the little brat tell me that he could take care of this all by himself? I'm not a little brat. But that is not the point. With swarms of people coming in, who in the world can manage? Besides that, I'm the only examiner for this draft. With the new battle lurking ahead, I have gotten only about an hour's rest each day for the last few days. Say something about this, Arthur! I was noticed. When did you see me? The blonde-haired girl hid behind the column in hopes of getting past her complaining brother. But she was quickly found by her sharp-eyed brother. I have been your brother for over 10 years. I would know this even if you had tried to tiptoe past. Seems that Sir Kay is deeply troubled and agitated. The countless days of drafting nights seemed to have taken its toll on Sir Kay, and his temper had flared up even more than before. Merlin! She threw him a look of distress, but Merlin's mercy ignored her and started picking at his ear. I cannot help out with the draft. I already have enough on my plate. Ah, that's right. As though he suddenly thought of something, Merlin clapped his hands together. Arthur, why don't you get Sir Bendiver to come help out? Huh? Sir Bendiver? That brat used to follow Arthur everywhere. Sorry for interrupting. Were you looking for me? No sound of footsteps? Even I didn't notice him approaching. It's probably because he was following you. It seems like his skills have greatly improved from before. This brat is still as creepy as before. Good thing I didn't talk behind his back. Sir, I don't understand what you mean. That's perfect. The person we were looking for shows up. That's right. Sir Bendiver, even though the training for knights is difficult, I won't hold back. Please come and help me. If you put it that way, who would want to help? You want me to help out in the kitchen? Well, if you don't mind that, I have a terrible culinary skills. No. I want you to help out in the knights section. I'm the only examiner and we are short-handed. Oh? But I don't think I have the qualifications to participate in the selection. Sir Bendiver, if you don't want to help out, just say so. Stop talking in circles. Let me tell you. Oh no. Sir Kay is going to use his trump card. Sir Bendiver! I pulled him aside by his arm and hinted him to quickly accept this task. She didn't have to use the commanding air of a king, but rather just with the mutual understanding that stems from being childhood sweethearts was enough to make him understand. Sir Kay, I was wrong. I will follow you and help you out. Okay. That's great. As though a silent spell was cast upon Sir Kay, his exploding tantrum was suddenly halted. You little rascals.